Okay, today we're going to be using watercolour, looking at the style of wessleman. As you can see from the mixes I've got out here, there's about 50p amount, as you know probably from year 7. Don't overdo the paint. We're starting to create bands of colour. So first of all, we're starting with the yellow, going to orange. So we put the yellow in, then we put the red. This side here, if you can beam in, Papa. And then in the centre, we're going to establish the orange. Now, last year we created lots of oranges and greens and purples, but we're going to do more this year, so the range is going to be stronger. So you can see we're going from one side to the other. We're going to be adding more red this side, as we know we did from last year, but a greater range. Going down this way. And this will give you roughly the type of reddy oranges and yellowy oranges that you might need on the wessleman copy. Again, we're going back heavy beaming here. We're going to add more orange, yellow, sorry, this side, and so forth. Going down this way. And these squares are here provided here for you. Not everybody's going to get them perfect. Okay, we've got the yellow, then we go to the green. Green, using the lightest one first, which is the yellow. Make sure your water's clean. Put the yellow in here. Then we're going to put the deeper blue in. Blue's very strong. Be very aware of that. So when you mix your green, you will only need a tiny bit of blue. Look, can you see that? That's the green of an Ireland football top, which should go in the centre there. And then either side, you begin to add a little bit more blue to this image here. As you can see the pattern here. I'm working pretty quickly because I'm used to doing this, but you also take your time. Then we go to the yellow. And if you can see, beam into the water there, we've had red, yellow and blue we've mixed, and the colour is created as brown, which we'll be coming on to in a minute. Again, adding more yellow this way. And then we're going to do the purple. Purple, we know, mixing the lightest colour first, which is red. Inside there, you can beam in here again, Papa. Then we go into the blue, again stronger, and then we mix the middle one. Again, looking at the water, mixing all three together with brown, and we mix the red, a little bit of blue to get a kind of great colour of the purple there. And either side this way, we're going to be adding a bit more red there. Trial and error. If you make mistakes, you can kind of beam in here, kind of test it on there just to see if it's okay. It's not so important. If you make a mistake, it's not that big a deal here, but as long as you're learning from these squares, I mean, you apply it to your final wessleman image. You see there, I need a bit more blue. You beam in, and you can see the graduation of the tones of the colour there. Red, this side, a little bit of blue. Too much, a bit more, test it out there, yeah, it's better. And eventually you're going to get back to red here. Okay, so they're the 4 complementary colours. We change our water now. We're going to be looking at browns. Now, we didn't investigate browns as we should have done last year maybe, but this beam in yellow and red and blue make brown, but in varying degrees. So this is an orange. Just going to add a little bit of blue to it. We kind of get a brown which is a little bit more red, kind of a lightish.
There's a question.
Yep.
Why do we do all of this?
We're doing all the different types of browns because in Wessleman's picture there are bottles which the cola bottles retain quite a bit of brown in them as well, you know, on his painting. So this brown here has got more yellow.
Yeah.
and red in it. 1 minute. Now I'm going to go beam in again. I'm going to use a deeper one with the red and the blue here. And now look, and I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow. See if we can get, and then you've got another type of brown this side, completely different, isn't it? Look at this.
Yeah.
It's darker because the red, as you know, the red and the especially the blue are stronger, so you can put the brown there. I've made these quite large so you can see the difference. I'm going to see if I can make another one actually using a little bit more red. Go in there. So we've got red and yellow. Let's see if we can get a bit of blue in there. Now you mix these colours as you wish, but you'll get different browns by the nature of adding more yellow, adding more red, but that's for you to experiment with. It's an orangey brown. It's not actually orange as such for beaming to the top one because it's got a little bit more blue in it. Okay. There you brown.
Did wessleman use all of these techniques in his paintings?
Yeah, wessleman used.
Wow.
And he used actually flat colours as well. Okay, now we've done that. I need one of you to just take that away, and we're going to pass me the colours here. One of you to fresh water. Now what we're going to do is apply some of these colours to the wessleman picture itself. So, we've done the actual colours itself. Now, Papa, can you beam in? We've got the wessleman image there. We've got our colours which we've mixed. Now, the best way of starting off here would be to go to the primary colours, which are yellow. It's the lightest one. Using your watercolour technique, fresh water there. Obviously, it'll keep retaining some of the darks if we don't wash the water. And then just lightly apply the primary colours onto the wessleman image here. So first of all, again, and as we taught you earlier on in school, if you do make a mistake, the paint slightly drips, we use the water technique like this. Take away the water, put some water on the brush, sorry, dab it on the area, and then get a dry brush, and that will get rid of any imperfections on here. So we just do that here, slightly make a mistake, whoops, it's gone on there. Get the water, get a fresh brush, and dab it away, and that should, if you catch it early enough, should cause no problems in terms of leaving marks that you don't want. Now, the brown colour that we mixed, there's a brown colour here around the royal crown and on the bottle, so let's get the darker brown, which is a mixture of these, red and blue. You won't get them all perfect, don't worry about that, but you just experiment, as you can see here. And we've kind of got a really slight dark brown there. Mix it thoroughly so there's no bits in there, and then we can start to locate this brown. Might be slightly purpley brown, but the darker areas we can locate where the bottle is there. If you beam in again, obviously using the pencil like a brush, holding it firmly and holding it right on the edge, on the bottom there. If you apply the paint in layers, don't paint thick, put paint on really thick, you will get better finish because you can apply layers gradually, seeing the colours change. If you put the paint on really thick at the beginning, you make a mistake, what's going to happen?
It'll be too thick, it'll drip.
Yeah, it happens with some boys, if it's too thick it drips. Again, the Royal Crown brown here, I'm adding more red to the brown, did you see that?
Yeah.
Compared to that one.
Yeah.
And what will happen here is that we can hold the brush again slowly. Look at the brown there. Slightly different because it's got more red in it. But again, I'm applying the watercolour very, very lightly across the areas here. And holding the brush nice and firmly. As you can see, we're building up the browns. Now, you can, if you're confident enough, produce the browns, looking at the images here, and put them down. You can put the reds down. I mean, I've got a red here, primary. You can start by doing all the primaries, and then you can start by doing the browns. If you're confident enough, you can start mixing the paints in the way that you wish on here. And I can see here there's a deeper red within the colour. It's okay, so I can add the deeper red there, so I can see it. It's got less water on it, so we can add the deep red there. Also, all these, Papa, if you beam in, all these small changes in terms of oranges, you will find down here. If you look at the orange gamut that we produced earlier on, I'm going to produce a darker orange here, which relates to maybe one of those, and we can put some of the darker oranges in here, where we find the shadows. And don't mix wet on wet, let that dry before you're mixing on top. And then finally, look, I can add a lighter yellow here. Sorry, lighter orange here, which you can see underneath the Royal Crown Cola. And you can see, if you beam in there, that there's a slight change in the range of orange there, which gives it the three-dimensional effect of the curve and the shadow. Okay, any questions, boys?
No.
One question.
Why have you painted the two cola bottles and not the other one?
These two colour bottles here?
Yeah. Why have you
I'm just
painted
showing you
Oh.
how you would start off. You would obviously add more browns to that one there. Okay? Yeah, I'm just doing a slide. One more question before we finish. Yes.
So, how would you get like this colour here? Would just be using
Right, this colour there, you would again look at the oranges here, add them there. We'll quickly do that. There's an orange here to the bread. And then for the top bit, we realise that we've produced browns. We've got the brown here. 1 minute, boys. The brown here. And if you've got all the browns out and they're basically there, you can kind of add some water to them. And look, you will be able to add some more browns to the bread top there. Okay. Okay, boys, that's the end of the demo.